Herman, go live. We are live. Believe
snap.
Nation, ladies and gentlemen, we got some gaming. We're ready for some questions. We got Zane.
I got a big question for you, but I don't know if you're gonna answer it though.
You don't know if I'm going to answer it? I'm not going to answer your question?
Yeah.
Wow.
He might not.
First off, Zane's been doing some coaching.
I've been having fun, man. I've been having fun. I mean, it's just so many wonderful.
Zane's been doing some.
There's so many wonderful people out there, man. That got big hearts and big dreams.
You had what? 3 people today? 2 people today? How did it go today?
Today I had one person had to cancel for emergency reasons, personal emergency. So I actually had 3 today.
Okay.
What did I have? Let me see. I had 3 today.
Okay.
Tomorrow I have 4 scheduled. Back to back.
Zane's doing work.
Back to back.
Zane's doing work.
So yeah, you saw me earlier on your IG, like, hey, I'm supposed to be coaching. I'm like, you're right. And I think Drew probably is right about this, and you probably gonna agree with Drew on this. But sometimes I guess we have to do what we have to do, right?
What?
So
what do I agree with Drew on?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna explain it and not try to be too long-winded. But nobody's here right now. He says it's gonna be slow, so good.
I see Morbius Wild here, so
he's already in the house. Good evening.
Nobody's here except Morbius Wild.
He said, I got built to serve on Audible. We need to talk, Morbius.
Whoa, what's up?
We need to talk. That's my man. I got to stand up for him. We need to talk. Me and you need to talk.
Wow, that is excitement. Morbius, have you ever felt that level of excitement?
Man, it's been a work in progress, hasn't it, Morbius? Corey Reed's in the house.
Oh, snap. Everybody's upset with your nobody's here comment.
Oh my God, Papa, should have known better because they're watching from the other side. I should have known. You guys are here. Come on in and say hi to prove me wrong. Let me know you're here. Talk to me. Come on in here. Goodness gracious. I got to watch my words better. He says, I have finished approximately 30 minutes of the book yet. Great. Look, that book is 2 hours and 20 minutes long.
That's crazy that it's that short.
No, I'm sorry. It's 4 hours and 20 minutes. What
that's still crazy short. I mean, how slowly I read. Maybe I think it's because it's not my. It's my book. Oh, Zane's eating on camera. He's very self-conscious about him eating on camera.
I don't know. I like 4 hours. Let's see. I'm looking through my Audible list.
4 hours and 20 minutes.
4 hours and 20 minutes. I mean, that's pretty on par.
I believe that. I can't read a book that quickly. Now, Build to Serve is not. If you're just reading it, and not doing the work or anything, it's not a difficult. The language is pretty easy. It's not a difficult book to read. But if I was reading it and it wasn't my book, it would have been way more than 4. I'm a slow reader, guys. It takes me a long time to get through a book. You know how I read that book? Did I tell you the story about the audio book?
No, tell us again. We don't mind hearing it again.
I was reading it, but I wasn't reading it.
We should probably
Yeah.
The 0% win rate on Yasuo was like, oh, cringe.
I was reading the book, but I wrote the book like I talk for the most part, right? It's how I talk. So I was reading the book like I would have written the book, if that makes sense. So it was the content, but it wasn't word for word. And I had a producer on the line from LA on the other side of the call who was stopping me every 5 seconds, like, no. Like, what do you mean no? Like, I didn't say exactly what was in the book. And we had to call my publisher to say, listen, like, we did this for my first book too, Your One Word. If I go off script, it's not way off script, but if I go off script, as long as it's my words, then just let me do it, because it'll be better. If I'm given a quote by JFK or Martin Luther King or somebody, okay, that's fine. Well, let's get it word for word. But my words, if it's a little bit off, just go with it. So that's why I was able to read it in 4 hours, because I wasn't actually reading it. I was basically just speaking the book.
Okay. You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm not trying to interrupt you. How do you say?
Oh, they banned Teemo. Our own team banned Teemo. Come on. Okay.
Wasn't me.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Okay.
I don't know what all you just said. All that doesn't matter.
Everything I just said doesn't matter? Wow, Zan's in a mood today.
Those are not the right words again, but you guys know what I mean. The bottom line is this. The result, the impact works because, dude, I don't like being bored. I really do. I hate being bored. But I can listen to the audio over and over and over. So you do it in a conversational way that keeps it interesting for me. So whatever all the other stuff you said, I don't know, but I just said that the way you did it is you did it right because it's conversational and
I was sick. I was sick the whole time. I'm sucking back tea. I wasn't talking at all on the break.
But there's energy in there too.
Oh yeah, dude. No, but yeah. I just forgot about it. I forgot about the sickness. Right? It's like, let's go. We're doing this. This is important content for your life.
Dude, I listen to other audiobooks, and those guys are like, oh. He's like, oh, you're forcing yourself to get through because it's so freaking boring and it's so dry. I mean, the information is there, but it's boring. And because I don't believe in getting refunds, I just go ahead and just take the loss. I'd rather read the book than listen to the audio.
Okay, so what are Drew and I not going to agree with?
Oh, yeah, okay. So.
Wow,
yeah,
Zan.
And who said Evan doesn't have a great memory? Are you kidding me? He should have forgotten all about that because he told a story. You're talking to Morbius. You'd think he'd forgotten all about that, but he has a great memory. Anyways, he just don't let me off the hook.
You brought it up, so let's go.
Okay. So when we did the scheduling, when we opened up my schedule for the coaching calls, I did not take in consideration like the times. And I didn't take in consideration the breaks I would need. And I just didn't take in consideration. But after things were booked, I had to back up and say, oh man, that's gonna conflict with this, that's gonna conflict with this, that's not a good look, and I'm not gonna be, okay, so I had to make some adjustments. So there was 3 calls that Drew thought maybe I should not have rescheduled, but I canceled and sent them a letter. Well, Claire sent them a letter or a note saying, hey, I can read it to you if you want me to, but to reschedule. Well, I didn't want to miss the calls. You have your IG lives. Mm-hmm. I love being on those. And there was 3 that was scheduled that would conflicted with your IG lives. I love being on those. Now maybe, and then like today you say, hey, don't you have a call? I probably did, but I said told them reschedule because I like being on the IG live. It you know, and so Drew and I talked about that. I'm like, well, no, I need to be there. I like being there. So maybe that's not a great business move, but it is what it is. So yeah, so I rescheduled 3 of those so I can be on the IG lives. And in the future, I don't want anything interrupting that. Just like nothing interrupts this right here. It'd be crazy. Like, oh, Evan, I can't make it because I've got a coaching call. I'm like, that's not cool. That's all.
All right. Yeah, I mean, in general, I'm not a fan. I would just do it and then fix the schedule. Like, hey, can we make it 45 minutes? Yep. Hey, can we move around the calendar? Yeah. But if I committed to 3 people for that time, I would show up unless it was some big thing.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm learning. I mean, all I have to do is reschedule, right? I mean, in the reply, you know, of course I apologize on all that good stuff. I told him just to reschedule. Just go back in and reschedule.
I mean, I've had to cancel or reschedule on people an embarrassing amount of times. And it's not. I guess it's not actually not that much. Just I hate it. I really hate it.
Well, I hate more not being on your 11 o'clock, your 2 o'clock IG live than that. So I'm like, you know what? It's my mistake. You can reschedule, but I have to be here. So.
Yeah, I've canceled one. It's either for personal reasons, right? Like I have to go be there for Nina or for a family member.
Right. That's
and
different.
Like, hey, sorry, I need to go. And I've had to do that. It's like on a Thursday, there's some urgent thing that happened. You know, especially when my sister-in-law had cancer, you know, before she passed away, just dealing with all of that and the kids and just the health. And I mean, it was crazy. And so there might have been 2 or 3 Thursdays where it's like, all right, you need me? Sandra, I need to cancel the entire afternoon. And some of those people might have been waiting like 3 months to do the interview. Like,
Wow.
sorry, we'll make it up like as soon as we can. And it just, I don't regret it. I think it was the right call, but it just kills me, you know, knowing that they waited that long and then kind of last minute have to cancel on them. I'm still proud of it. I still think it was a good call, but it's still, I've never regretted doing it. So that's most of them. Occasionally there's some like, you know, like when Brendan wanted me to stay an extra week in Puerto Rico, I'm sure I had to cancel some things to make that happen.
Wow. That's a good request. That's a good request, but yeah, that's okay, you know. But thank you. I know, like I said, you and Drew probably I know Drew disagreed with it, so.
Yeah,
Right, Drew?
I'm not.
Oh, that steel.
Or did you change your mind, Drew?
Oh, sorry. No, I stole the scuttle crab.
No, I said
Oh,
when
I thought you were stealing the first blood.
Well, I also got the crab.
Whoa, he
Crab
can
was
just
totally worth.
She can just get out of the.
Yeah,
queue?
yeah, like yeah.
What?
Her thing is like a spell shield. It's so ridiculous.
What? Come on,
and it's anything that is like a projectile gets nixed with that.
that is not cool. Nice, Drew. You gotta hit those.
Oh, I did.
You hit that. I mean, you missed a bunch yesterday, but you hit that.
Killing me.
Drew joined my game yesterday. We didn't
Oh.
stream, but we had a rough.
We
rough.
won.
Oh, did we win?
Yeah, we won. We like hard won.
Did we? Oh, okay. I'm thinking of
Yeah.
something else then.
It was like the final score was like 22-8.
Oh, okay. Well then,
Like
great.
laning,
Good job, Drew.
laning phase was a little rough.
Okay.
But like I don't think it was.
Well, then it was our last game on our last stream where it was rough.
Yeah, last stream we had a couple doozies.
Oh
Yeah,
my
see?
god, I can't believe
Look at
you
that
did this.
nonsense.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, Zane, are we ignoring the chat? What's happening in the chat right now?
Okay. Morbius, man, you come a long ways, Morbius. I'm so proud of you, man. Morbius, I am so proud of you.
Morbius Wild.
This has been a journey,
He's
and I'm
doing it.
loving every bit of it, man, because I'm loving your progress. I'm loving your progress, man. So, he said, this is Morbius talking. He says, yes, 4 hours action, yes, very short. He says, there is a question that includes my role model, but I don't have a role model. I once wrote that my role model is me from the future,
Okay.
but I assume that this doesn't count for this exercise.
Oh, and Built to Serve? All right. What do you got, Zane?
He took a page out of Matthew McConaughey's story.
I still, I think with a little bit more digging, you can find a role model. Look, being the 2025 version of yourself, I think it's wonderful. But the reason why I think it's so important to have a role model, because they've already been where you're trying to go. And like Tony always says, success leaves clues. So it just makes the journey a little bit more clear for you. So whatever it is you want to do, Morbius, whatever your dream might be, whatever your vision might be, I guarantee you somebody else has done it before, or some version of it. And if we dig a little bit deeper, we find who that person or persons are, male or female, that just lightens the path for you. And because success leaves clues, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And that's the whole point of having a role model. Forget about their personal shortcomings. We're looking at the principles of the thing. And we need to have that. It just makes things better. for you. You don't have to be an exact way, but we can always improve on what, because it's a different time. You can have a role model from way back in the day, but because we got technology now, you can go about it in a different way. So I still think we can dig deeper and we can find a role model. Back over to you, Evan. Boom.
Let's let Dan. Dan. Wow, did I say Dan? That's amazing.
Wow.
Drew.
It happens.
Drew plus Zan equals Dan. That's great.
Huh.
We could that could be the new title of our stream. Evan and Dan going for gold. I don't think it needs to be either or. I like the idea of, looking up to who you could be. I mean, that's really the entire point of the book, is helping you live up to who you could be. And I honestly like Zan's explanation. Official certified built to serve coach, worlds only. I think having somebody that you can look to I think gives you more clarity. I think.
Can you say it again? It sounds so good. Can you say it one more time?
You watch the replay, Zan. It's there.
I know. It sounds so good.
Nailed it.
Awesome responsibility. Okay, continue.
Stop interrupting my answer for Morbius here.
I
Unbelievable.
didn't interrupt.
This-
It
this-
just got me excited. Sorry about
this
that.
guy. How selfish are we here? Unbelievable.
It just sounds good coming from his voice. That's all.
I think when you can actually look to somebody, it makes it a little more clear. It makes it a little more clear. I think if you, the 2025 version of you is the ultimate goal. Is the aspiration, and then when you're 2025, it's a 2030 version of you, right? You keep pushing up 5 years. The downside of it is it's hard to make it feel real. It's like a dream, which is nice, but it's harder to see it, to taste it, to touch it, to feel it. There's pieces of clarity that will be there for sure. But I think having somebody to actually look at will help you get a lot more clarity. So I like both. I don't think it has to be either or. But I'd be looking at, okay, who are some people that you want to model, that you want to look up to.
So yeah, we both concur on that, because Morbius, the way the mind works, just the way life works, we have they call mirror. I hope I'm not going on too much on this, but we have mirror neurons in our brains, in part of our minds. Back in the day, you say monkey see, monkey do. So as children, you mimic what's in your environment. You mimic your parents, walking, language, the whole 9 yards. You have a role model that gives you. It's like seeing is believing. And when you can see it, you can be it. And that's why it's so important to have, because there's going to be times your journey going to be up and down, up and down. But when you have a role model and you study bio, you're like, oh man, they wasn't always successful. They went through different ups and downs and peaks and valleys. Then you're going to feel like, hey, I'm normal too. Because my role model made it up here, but they went through challenges. When you have your challenges, it's not going to be a big deal because you realize it's part of the journey. Basically, I can give you so many different examples, but I'm just saying, it's important to have a role model, and they're out there. Okay,
Get him, Drew. Get him, Drew.
Hope that serves you.
No! Get him, Drew. Do it. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, where's the music?
Oh no!
Killing me.
Drew, what happened?
Oh, I was
Oh
I
no!
was so
No.
I got the Alistair after
The 2v1 outplay. Very sad.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I want to share some with you guys real quick. So, Evan, you know who this is. He's in our Movement Makers. Jeff Eaton,
Yep.
the photographer, right?
Yeah.
And he's really good. So we had a call today.
We had a
right?
great story. Oh, cool. I should tell you the story I told him.
Yeah,
Right.
please.
No, tell me the story. Tell me your what do you want to say about him?
Okay, no, go ahead. I'm gonna give you the gist of the call.
You're gonna what?
The gist of the call.
Okay.
Well, and then he sent me he texted me just now, right before we got on the stream.
Okay.
And I want to give you the gist of the text.
Okay.
So, which one me to do first? Let me go back to Morbius first, and then go there.
Either way.
Well, Morbius says, while listening, it got me thinking. I asked myself if Hitler would listen to the
Hitler. Wow,
okay,
that's a big
okay.
leap from my book to Hitler.
If,
Okay.
if Hitler would listen to this book, his role model would be probably Napoleon Bonaparte.
Oh my gosh, come.
I mean,
Okay, maybe not.
Okay, so that's just a comment he made. So okay, I don't know if you guys want to tackle that or address that.
listen, everybody. Well, everybody could use it, and what this does is give you a powerful tool, and I hope that you use it for good.
Yeah,
Right? It's a powerful tool that we need to use for good.
there you go. So so the call with Jeff Ely, it was amazing.
He's great.
Yeah, he man, that boy, he's driven, man. He's driven, and we talked about different concepts and different principles. And I said to him, I says, okay, I don't remember my exact words, but based on what he wanted to do and where he wanted to go, I says, how can we customize that? How does that relate to this book, Built to Serve? How can we make that part of what you want to do? And so we did finally get to a point where we said, okay, the back part of it, the monetization of it, that's the part that, because I'm like, because of what he's doing, like, how can I best serve you?
Okay.
And I have an idea how to best serve him, but I want him to tell me. And normally I don't even put that question to people, but in his case, because he's not, I kind of put people in two different categories in general, not always, but I put people, but you have your dreamers, you have your achievers. Dreamers are talking about, they want to do something, they're just not doing it. They're still in their head, they're still dreaming. The achievers, they're actually doing stuff. They're making things happen. He definitely falls in the achiever category. So he even said to me, like, I don't need the inspiration and motivation. So, okay, you need strategy. You need this. Okay, cool. And how do we make that customized and make it for Built to Serve? So we ended up talking about a few things. We even talking about, he started talking about relationships. I mean, we was pretty wide open and honest and transparent about a lot of things, which is really good. I think what he needed really, because he started talking about his YouTube channel and how it's flatline whole 9 yards. And I said, you know what you really need? I said, have you checked out Brandlytics? You really need Brandlytics. And I think he said he kind of browsed over it or whatever. He knows about it, but he didn't really join it. And then at the same time, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, well, Drew could help him. You know, I said, listen, I'm not a YouTube expert. I mean, I know YouTube experts, but I'm not that guy. And I wanted to redirect him over there. But he enjoyed our conversation so much, he was like, well, and he told me his financials and how he really can't, afford it right now, all that kind of stuff. So okay, I'm like, okay, great. And I make sure he got a lot out of the call. And he said, man, it opened some things up for me, made him rethink some things, the whole 9 yards. So so I'm thinking, okay, cool. I don't think he would like book me as his coach. I think he got some good stuff out of the session. But so I left it like that. I was like, okay, great. I'm still gonna send him a follow-up email and whatever. Just still do that part, right? So before we got on the stream, he sent this text to me. And he says, thank you again for today. Talking is what seems to help the most. Learning how I am going to make the most unique YouTube channel about YouTube creating. He says, I'm taking your words to heart that my videos need to be about you, the viewer, and not me. And he says, what does it cost to have you as my coach? And first I didn't know how to respond because I'm not the YouTube expert. And it seemed like that's what he really needs help with the most. But at the same time, he feels like the conversation is what he needs. It helps get him through his day better.
Okay.
So, and I can give you all the responses. Like, we had a little bit back and forth. We're still going back and forth. I'm on call with you right now. I mean, on the stream with you guys. But that's enough information. I don't want to talk. I don't want to drag on too much. Because then it'd be all about the Zan show. And I don't want it to be about the Zan show.
It's the Zen show.
Oh my God.
It's the An. It's the An part of the Dan.
It's the end. Anyways, I just wanted to share that and what which kind okay, so this is the question I have for you. But do you want to share your Jeff story first?
Yeah, I got a great story. So we had a life-changing conversation in Dallas. I was speaking at. I was one of the speakers at. I don't know, some YouTube event. I don't remember which one it was. I don't even remember if it's Dallas. It doesn't matter really. Pretty sure it wasn't. I think it was LA. It doesn't matter.
Minor details.
Another YouTube event. One of those things. Okay, so he was the photographer there. He was the guy taking the pictures, and he was one of a bunch of photographers, and he afterwards. So I'm on stage. I'm doing a thing. He's like, "Hey, I'm gonna." So before I go on, like I'm by myself. I'm not about to go on. Like it's a while to go on stage. He's like, "Hey, is it okay if I take your picture?" Yeah, no problem. Happy to excited to see what you come up with.
Can I interrupt?
Uh-huh.
Now it comes to me. I saw some of his pictures of you in your Pinterest.
Yeah, I have a whole photo album of what he made.
Yeah.
So, can I take your picture while you're on stage? Yeah, no problem. Okay, great. Perfect. I'm one of the photographers here. Awesome. Good to meet you. Then, at the end, I saw him again, just hanging out. And I saw this guy on the floor, and he's like, while I'm speaking, he's lying on the floor in these crazy positions, trying to take pictures. And everybody else is just taking their normal picture. And here's Jeff, like, contorting himself to try to get the perfect shot. I don't know what he's trying to do, but I like it. So after I'm done speaking, I'm hanging out in the lobby, and I said, "Hey, how did the pictures go?" And you were in like some weird positions compared to all the other photographers. Like, what's going on? What were you trying to do? And he said, "Well, there was this one part. There's this one little light that's above everybody's head, above the speaker's head, and I was trying to get you just inside the light. I wanted to try to make that happen, but you weren't standing in the right spot to make it perfect. So I was trying to get that angle. I couldn't get it down properly. And so I said, "Hey, well, why didn't you just tell me? Like, tell me. We chatted before. Stop texting Jeff and listen to my story, Zan.
Okay.
Put the phone down. Leave Jeff alone. He'll be fine."
You can't see me. You're playing the game. You can't
I
see me.
see you.
I'm actually checking the text from my wife.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
If she left for school yet.
Okay. Tish is fine. So I told him, why didn't you come and tell me that before? Because if you told me that before, I would have stood at the spot to help you get the shot.
That's not right.
It's like, oh, I didn't want to interrupt you. I didn't want to. I didn't want to bother you before you go on stage. Like, bother me, dude? You're doing me a service. You're like giving me the greatest headshot of all time. You know how many people come up to me and say, "Hey, I am a fantastic photographer for thought leaders and speakers, and I want to take the best shot that you've ever taken in your life for your profile picture and your speaking reel and everything. All I need you to do is when you go on stage, at some point, you're going to be talking for half an hour or an hour. At some point, what I'd love is for you to stand on this one spot and make a powerful point.
Right.
And if you're able to do that, I'll be ready. I will lie down there on the floor for your entire speech because I need to get that one shot." Right? And it's like, if you came and told me that, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
I would do that. He's like, "Wow, really? You would do that?" Because I don't want to interrupt you. It's like, dude, everybody would do that. So then, I don't know if you know Pat Flynn. Do you know Pat Flynn?
Yeah, I know Pat. He's amazing.
So Pat was there, and he was one of the speakers too. And he just happened to be in the lobby at the time. So I went up and said, "Come with me." So he went, "Hey, Pat, I wanted you to see to Jeff. Jeff, practice your pitch. What did we just talk about? Practice your pitch. Imagine Pat's about to go speak on stage. What do you want to ask him? What are you going to tell him?" And so he told him basically what we practiced. It wasn't refined. It wasn't perfect. First time. He was super nervous. He was another speaker, who he didn't know as well. And Pat said, yeah, I would do that. For sure I would do that. And he was just like, wow, I was totally not thinking the right way on all of this. And so it shifted his entire belief system and mindset around it. Yeah, this was a big deal. And he was operating from a place of trying to help people. It's like, I don't want to interrupt. I don't want to be rude. I don't want to tell them what to do. They're stressed out about to go on stage. I don't want to be the guy who's sitting there interrupting them. But he's actually not able to do them a good service because they don't know what this guy is doing lying on the floor in front of him on these weird angles, right? So then we ended up said, okay, listen, I want you to get the shot. So let's go back to that same room. We'll have them turn the light on, and I'll stand wherever you want me to stand, and bring somebody in like that I'm coaching or helping, because I suck at just acting, right? So the whole point was to make some kind of powerful point. So I'll coach him, and I'll stand in the spot that you want, and let's go make this happen. And then we did, and he made that shot happen. And then that picture became the picture that I used for my entire 2019 tour. That was the picture on all of the posters and the banners and everything else, the one that Jeff took.
Wow.
That's why I love those events. Like, it's you have those moments by hanging out with people in the lobby and getting them to do something. I mean, that was live coaching.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorite things, man.
I mean, it's real time. Real time transformation.
So close.
Okay, let's catch up on the chat, gentlemen.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so guess who's in the house?
Guess who's in the house? It really depends. Is Zane standing or is he not standing?
Well, if I stand, I'm gonna have to bow to her. But
there's different levels. There's levels to this.
Bonnie's in the house.
Oh, Bonnie! Wow, Bonnie got a bow. Wow, look at that.
Oh, we love Bonnie. She's amazing. Harsh Notion, and we also got my man Max Duran is in the house.
Welcome back, Max.
And who else is in the house? Somebody else came in. Who else came in? Somebody else came in. Sid came in. What's up, Sid?
Hey. Welcome
okay,
back.
going back to Morbius' quote. It's just another comment. He said it's interesting because Hitler also believed that he was acting for the name of good. So, okay. So Sid says, hey guys, top of the morning to you. It's a quick update. We love updates. He says, last Thursday, when I came on the stream, Evan told me to just put a piece of content out to avoid procrastination because of obsession with perfection.
Ooh. And?
Okay.
What is it, Sid?
Guess what?
Content.
I shot a podcast with my friend. It may not even come out great, but this is great for me since I did not obsess over getting it perfect and delay anything further.
Listen, I hope it doesn't come out great.
Great job, Sid.
That's
great
awesome.
Job.
Congrats.
Okay. And now we got, let's see. Great job. Yeah, congrats, Sid. Let's see. Posh says, hey, how you guys doing? We're doing great. Thank you for being here. We love you being here. And what else? Let me see. String her stuff together. Let's see. Great job, Sid. Okay, she's giving compliments to Sid. So I can hear Zan today. Woohoo!
All right. Did we change anything?
I don't think we did.
Can you hear Drew?
Can you? Yeah, Posh, can you hear Drew?
I don't know.
Drew just said, I don't know.
And she said, that's the second time today I heard top of the morning to you today. Okay. So Sid says, Posh, I stumbled upon your channel the last time I was on the stream. Watch this video where you said you need to be broken to be unbreakable. That line gave me goosebumps.
Goosebumps, look out.
And said, yes, she can hear Drew.
All right. Look, I mean, must have been some weird bug because I didn't change anything. I don't think these guys changed anything. But anyway, that's good. I'm glad you can hear.
And Morbius wants to know. Oh, no. Max Duran says, hello, Evan. Sorry, I'm incredibly late. Dude, we're just happy that you're here, Max.
welcome back. Welcome
I
back.
mean, you here. That's all that matters. You could be any place in the world, but you chose to be here, and we thank
Oh,
you for it.
we appreciate it. Who used to say that all the time?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z?
Yeah, he used to say that with what group?
It's older. It's older than Jay-Z though. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z did not come up with that.
Well, he definitely made it more mainstream. I'm trying to think what group was it? Blink 182. When they did concerts, he'd come out and says, "You could be any place in the world. We thank you that but you're here with us, and whatever." It was, and it made the fans feel great. And and I think they broadcast a whole live version of the concert, and that was just like a really popular thing. So
I
some
thought it
years
was
back,
like from an old news or talk show, like Johnny Carson or something.
it could be probably.
Anyway, I like it. I like it. Even if it's Jay-Z, mad respect. I love Jay-Z. So,
Great businessman. Okay, Morbius wants to know where does cybersecurity stand in the list of your company priorities?
not very high. I I am not in charge of cybersecurity. That's probably a Nina question.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. No, that is nowhere near on my list of to-dos. But all that stuff, like contracts, agreements, paperwork, all that stuff is nowhere near the list. Does some of it have to get done? Sure, but that's just not the thing to focus on when you're building a business. That's how you protect the business, but you have to have something to protect.
Yeah.
The people get so caught up in those things, but like, you don't have anything yet. What are we protecting?
Sid and Pasha talking back and forth. That's good. Good
All right,
communication.
all right. We like that. We like that.
And that's it for right now.
Nice job, Drew. Nice job. How did I not even get an assist for that? Come on now. That is not cool. Tomorrow's Movie Makers is challenging me. I'm not even done the presentation yet.
What do you
Yeah.
mean? What do you mean it's challenging you? What do you mean?
Well, because the not to-do list, I've never put the paper. So I'm structuring it as the to-do list, which is easy. That's easy. The not to-do list, and then I'm coming up with exceptions, like where do I break it and why. But I've never. That's part of why I love Movie Makers too. Is like sometimes the topics I've never made anything on before. It's like, this is good content. I've never talked about this stuff before. So it's forcing. Yeah, after this, I have to go keep working on the deck.
Let's get some music going.
I just have to go pack.
You have to go pack?
Where you going?
Oh yeah. Are you not here tomorrow?
No.
Oh wow. No, I mean
Tomorrow
I know
or
you're not here
Friday.
tomorrow night, but you're not here tomorrow for Movie Makers?
I'll be on a plane.
Wow. No Drew for Movie Makers.
It's not gonna be the same.
There's some good slides in there. All right.
Did you have me in some slides?
No. Do I have you in a slide? I don't think I have you in a slide.
I was gonna say it didn't sound like you had made your slide yet.
No, there's some funny ones though because of Nina. I asked Nina some questions and she gave me some funny answers. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna include that in the presentation.
Done.
Are you coming out here to Vegas?
No, Salt Lake City.
Why would you assume Vegas is the default?
I mean, I'm here. Come on, man.
I like it. You know what's funny? This might sound weird, but whenever I'm looking at somebody on Instagram, like, hey, do you know whoever? Do you know this person? And I don't know who they are, and I go look at them on Instagram. I go to their account. I'm always surprised if they're not following me. I just default think that they're following me, and I'm gonna follow them back. Like, oh, they're not following me yet. Oh, okay, that's weird. I don't know.
That's funny.
I mean, I think there's part that's good to that, and there's part that's bad to that, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Exactly. It is what
It
it is.
is. So it reminded me of that because, like, where are you coming? You coming to Vegas? Like, you just assume of all the places in the world that Drew's flying out to see Zen. I like it. I like the thinking, dude. I like the thinking.
I'm gonna make sure he has a great time. You know, we put our masks on. You're gonna have a great time. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be canceling some calls then.
You what? I didn't understand that.
Okay.
I.e., if I go to Vegas, he's
Uh-huh.
canceling all of his calls.
Oh, Zen, we gotta. Yeah. Let's not.
Priorities, man.
Standards.
I
Let's not be
I
canceling
know.
calls.
I know. I would get
Jesus.
better. Just give a brother some time. I'll get better. But I'll be excited. Drew is here. How can I be on a call with somebody else when Drew is here?
Drew can watch your calls and help make them better.
Well, you know, again, I would make adjustments. Like I said, I would get better.
Working session.
But the first reaction is cancel everything. Cancel. Oh, that's cool.
Whoa, they're two-man Baron. All right.
Hold tight. Let me just.
I mean, the Samara's pretty fed, so
13 kills. Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, we're
Baron
good.
for soul.
Well, we got Soul. That's something. That's decent. That's decent. Okay. Where does Zane go? Oh, his wife's home. Okay. Saying hi. Is your wife going with you on your trip?
Yeah.
And
So
you're going to Utah?
Yeah, we're going to Salt Lake. Garrett is recording his Netflix special on tomorrow,
Nice.
and then he's hosting a mastermind that ultimately will turn into a product for his personal brand on Friday.
All right. That's cool. And what are you doing there?
Participating.
Yes.
As a student?
I
Just-
was invited.
Oh, just like to be in the audience or what?
Yeah, to be in the audience.
Oh, okay. Cool. That'll be fun.
And so it's 2 days you're gonna be there, or a week.
Till Sunday.
So you're flying out tomorrow, which is.
We're in
Thursday.
full lockdown. I can't even leave my house. Jesus.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody else is in full lockdown too. I think Michigan, the Philippines, they're in a full quarantine.
There we go.
Yeah, can't go anywhere.
Oh wow.
Okay, so let's see. What did we have? I thought we had don't eat Doritos.
Huh? Yeah.
Don't eat Doritos? Is that for
Don't
me?
Posh said don't eat Doritos.
I won't eat the Doritos. Damn the Doritos. Come on now. You know me.
Oh, I'm gonna ask you to bring that up. Hold on one sec. Hey, can you?
Huh?
Hey, can you bring up those onion rings with Evan's name on it?
Bring up the
Onion
onion rings
rings?
with my
What?
name on it? I don't like onion rings. That's easy.
I still have food. I still have cookies. I still have food. I'm trying to bring the cookies up too. I still have stuff with your name on it. I haven't even touched.
Is this the beginning of the Zen health journey?
No, and now because of you, I can't even eat it if I want to because she won't let me eat it because it's past the expiration date.
Oh, good. I thought you had my
Well,
name on it, so that's the answer. Just
Yeah. So
anytime you
your
buy
name
something, we'll put Evan
your
on it.
name is your name is on a bag of cookies. Your name is on a bag of all
I mean,
kind of stuff.
Evan does not endorse these products.
And I can't even enjoy them because it's
These
past
are-
the expiration date.
These are not current.
But don't-
Dude, onion rings don't have an expiration date.
Dude,
Those things in 8 years will still taste the same.
Okay, here we go. Oh, even the cookies, thanks, Dave. Look, I'm not making this up. So you guys see, it says Evan right there, and I can't even eat these because they've been expired.
So they're just a souvenir now,
Wait.
or what? What's happening?
This one has Evan name on it too. All these cookies. Can't eat anything. I had
So why don't you throw them away? They're just souvenirs, or what?
well they're gonna be thrown away now because
Oh, okay. All right.
Eminem said clean out your closet. I got to clean out my closet.
What? Eminem said what?
Cleaning out your closet, the song.
Oh, okay.
And so I've got Butterfingers in there. It's all you know.
Garbage.
It is now because
All right.
I mean she won't let it's past the expiration date. Don't want me to get sick off of it. So.
Well, that's caring, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Oh God. Okay, so what else? June's coming back Sunday. Okay, we got that cleared. Okay, good. Get that out of my mind. Oh, I love everybody out there, but my man's in the house.
Wow.
What's up, Terry? What's up, Terry?
Wow, Terry Wade Thompson, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't you have a call with him in a couple days?
I think
Monday.
Monday. Yeah. Terry Wade's in the house. That's gonna be a great call.
TWT.
That's gonna be a great call. Also, I gotta ask Evan my question because Terry Wade just triggered another one, and it goes also with Jeff. So I'll hold on to that for a minute. Okay, yeah, Monday, yes, me and Terry. Okay, so let me go back up, catch everybody up. Let's see.
Good job, Terry.
Okay, so Sid says, how's the lockdown and vaccine situation like there, guys? Hope you and your families are safe and doing great.
We won! We
Oh
win!
my lord.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Good job.
We're behind. So we were way ahead. At the Drew's getting great shot calling. That was decent. He's hitting some things. I didn't play that well. Wait, did you play well? 5, 5, and 19. That's decent. So we were faster on masks and lockdown and all that stuff because it wasn't a political issue for us, right? We're not in an election year. It's not. We don't. Canadians don't care about freedom as much as Americans. Freedom, it's not as big a deal. Drew's got to join. We're waiting for Drew here. But what ended up happening was our prime minister was worried. So we have a prime minister, not a president, right?
Yep.
We have no facilities in Canada to actually make the vaccine. There's no place to make it. So we have in the entire country. So they're trying to fix it for whatever the next time. But there's nobody here who can actually make the vaccine. We don't have the facilities anywhere in the country, which is crazy. So we were planning on getting it from the U.S. Like make orders from the companies, ship it across the border, good to go. Our prime minister was worried that Trump was going to win, and then he would block vaccines from coming across the border and make it American first, and we wouldn't get our vaccines. So he didn't do the deal with the U.S. and instead made a deal with China to get their vaccines. Anyway, so then Biden wins, and the Chinese deal falls through. So now we don't have enough vaccines. So we're like the last time I checked, we were like the number 50th country in the world in terms of getting their vaccine rollout.
Yeah, but that shouldn't matter. Okay, they just make you guys priority number one. You're Canada. You're like family. It doesn't matter.
But
apparently Biden doesn't think so.
No. But the orders it's already spoken for.
It doesn't matter.
Well, some people don't like to cancel their appointments, Zan. Some people, when they say they're going to be there, they do it.
It doesn't matter. It's Canada, man. It doesn't matter.
Anyway, so we're behind. Like, I don't know what the age group is right now. I'm nowhere close. Like, I'm 40, right? But I'm nowhere close. It's still like, in some areas, I think it's 50. Some areas are 60. So we still have a long way to go before we can... We just got put back. We had more people on the weekend than at any point. Like it was our worst single day. Now our worst is nowhere close to what the U.S. worsts are, right. But it was the worst that we've ever had. So so they threw us into 3 or 4 weeks of lockdown. I mean, whatever. I'm an introvert. I'm home all day anyway. Not a big deal.
Is it certain areas like Quebec, or is it certain areas that gets hit harder?
Yeah, and it's even by postal code, zip code for you guys. So it's by zip code. So they look at where people are like more hot spots, and whatever zip code had the highest, that's what gets priority.
No, there's two things surprised me about this story. Number one, how the heck you guys don't have any place that makes it in Canada?
Yeah.
Canada, shoot, you guys got a lot of money. You guys got a great GDP, and you got great scientists. How do you not have a facility? They could import people to build a facility and put people in the facility. Okay, that's number one.
Our own cure is different than just the ability to manufacture it.
Okay, then you bring people in to do it.
Yeah, just not fast enough.
And then number two, well, it's not like this thing just popped up on the scene. I mean, advanced planning. Okay, we see this. We see we're going to need this in the next 6 months. Bring people in. Let's address this now before it becomes a problem. That's what leaders do. They see things in advance and they get it. They prevent things from happening. Okay, I shouldn't be talking that way. Okay, Prime Minister. Listen, I didn't mean anything by it. But number two, you are brothers. You're family. So if something happens, you just drop and family gets priority. I don't care who's in line.
Listen, we got to make Zen
Family
president. Zen president 2020. When's the next election? 24?
Dude, when it's family, I don't care who's in line next. It's family. Let's go. You're our brother. I mean, you're
Zen for president.
I don't care.
Let's go. Who's your running mate? Is it Drew? Is it the Dan show?
I got the perfect running mate. I know for sure. If I ever ran in Canada,
not in Canada. You can't run in Canada. What? I'm talking American president. You can't run in Canada.
This took a very fascinating turn.
But I'm looking at since it's not possible, I'm gonna look at I'm gonna dream outside the box. I'm running in Canada so we won't have this issue ever again. The perfect running mate would be Nina.
Wow.
And we'll win.
All right.
We'll win. When Nina shows up, we win. I don't have to do anything. I just gotta be there. Like, Nina's here, guys.
You don't have to do. You have to deal with Nina. No. You have to deal with Nina with you not doing anything. That's not a good combination.
I don't have to do all the extra stuff that politicians have to do. I just have to show up because Nina's here. That's it. I just have to show up.
All right.
And I take direction from Nina, and then boom, it's done. It's a done deal. It's a done deal. I mean, we'll have every province or whatever you guys call it there. We'll have a station in every single province.
So who's your running mate for your U.S. presidency, Zan? Come on.
Nina.
Nina can't run.
She can come to. Yes, she can come here.
You can't run for. Can you be vice president if you weren't born here? I don't think so.
It probably has the same general stipulation. The president.
We're family. We're brothers. Canada, U.S. It's all North America.
Yeah,
and you know what?
So.
Laws can be rewritten and changed. Laws are written by man, can be changed by man.
That's going to be... I think that's going to be a while before that one ever gets changed.
I'm just saying you can change it.
So there's one, two...
So anyways, back to the chat. Renee is in the house.
Who?
Renee.
Oh, Renee, welcome back.
Ed Neal is in the house. Slow down, Zan. Breathe. Hold up. Okay, let me just skip everybody for right now. Canada, this is how you do it. I'm going straight to Terry Wade Thompson. Good evening, guys.
Canada, this is how you do it? What?
Yeah, I'm just skipping everybody. I'm going straight to Terry Wade Thompson. Good evening, guys. I have class tonight, so I can't stay long, but want to drop by and say hello. Monday, yes. Excited to talk to Zan again. My son finally downloaded this game. We will begin playing soon. Boom.
Wait, what's your class, Terry? What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing, Terry? What's the class? See how I jumped over everybody who came in and typed in before Terry, and I just jumped to Terry? That's how you do it, Canada. Just make it happen. Oh, I should say America.
America, I mean...
Yeah, America, that's how you do it for Canada. That's what I mean. You know what I meant. Yeah, so, okay. Hey, I thought Canadian bacon. Come on, man. Hey? Okay.
Canadian what? Canadian bakery?
Bacon.
Oh, bacon. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey?
Don't mess with our Canadian bacon.
Okay, so here we go. Okay, Morbius wants to know, did you learn something from Jim Quick and apply it to your life and business?
No. Trying to think. Nothing. Not a hack. Like not a memorization hack or a brain hack. I mean, I know he's into the cold showers and all that stuff, but I didn't learn that from him. Honestly, the biggest thing I learned from Jim Quick is just the relentless pursuit of the mission, right? Like he is so obsessed with the brain, being the guy who, I forget what his name was, rather like the guy who couldn't learn, or the guy, like he had his brain injury and it was supposed to be basically the stupid guy forever, and he refused to accept that limitation, and he's so all in on brain stuff. Like he's always wearing Brain T-shirts. He's like I love how into his thing he is. Like I just love it. It makes me very happy.
So if I ever do an interview with Jim Quick, I should wear my Brain T-shirt.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Just gonna
All right. Cool. So there's your answer for that. Renee says, "Good afternoon, guys. Evan, why you haven't started your own podcast?"
I kind of have. Mark Jagger and I have a podcast. Something to Poop podcast. Although, well, I mean, the answer is I don't like audio. I don't learn through audio. So, I think if you're looking at where we're at 2021 right now, the where you should be isn't even podcast. It should be Clubhouse. Don't take my cannon, Drew. Unbelievable, this guy. I was gonna definitely be there.
Okay, so let's talk about this.
I was gonna be there.
So what did you do with the first half of the first wave?
Huh?
I'm sitting here helping Jungle get their jungle camp, and you're sitting here pushing first wave, and you take the entire first wave, and I don't hit level 2 until like you've been in level 2 for a minute.
And that's not my fault that you went to go to the jungle. What are you doing up there? You're my support, not jungle support. And then you take the most expensive thing on the map for me when I was gonna be there on time. Oh, he's coming.
And coming from the top too.
Okay. Get him, Drew. Nice, Drew.
There
we go. All right, Drew. There's a little bit of redemption there.
Okay, so Pa says, yeah, for the don't list. So she really want that don't list.
The don't list. Oh, the don't list is good, guys. I honestly didn't even know what I would put on the don't list because I just don't think that way. And then I asked Nina, and over dinner, she gave me one as a sarcastic comment that I said, okay, whatever. I'm going to include that. That's my first don't, according to Nina. But then I got some good ones. I just had to think about it. And I have to turn it into...
So give us a taster. What was Nina's suggestion?
Oh no, Drew, you got to be there tomorrow.
Oh come on!
Yeah,
come
no, we're not
on.
saying that on stream. You got come on. That's the best part of the whole thing.
Oh my God!
Nina's reaction is the tease. You got to be there for that.
So Pa says, she want to put the Doritos on the don't list.
Oh yeah. Damn the Doritos. That could be.
It's like, oh my gosh, you guys sound like my boys. When you and Drew was going back and forth, so you guys sound like our boys.
Well, we really are just older versions of them.
Yep, pretty much.
And Terry Thompson says it's human resource management.
What's human resource management? Oh, his course.
That's what he's learning. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool.
Human resource management.
Yep, almost went down that path.
Okay,
Really?
So
Yeah.
oh, she said this was posh. She said, "Man, I would have written an E on the cookies, and in this house they would have disappeared before I wrote the word Zan and left." So yeah, she said they would have been gone.
What? I didn't understand
The
that.
cookies that I didn't eat, if she would have put
Oh.
the letter E on them in her household, they would have been gone like that.
Oh, before she could even spell Evan. Got it.
Yeah, before she could put the VAN on it.
Yeah.
Somebody else I wanted to get in real quick. Okay, so Sid says, also, Evan, congratulations on your new Indian channel. Instantly subscribe. Can't wait to see all the content you put out.
That's fun. Yeah, the Indian channel, it's going.
And Ednil says, hello, Evan, Zan, and Drew. Just here to drop for a bit. I started applying Zan's advice this weekend about completing weekly goals 100%. We'll send an update. Just here to drop by a bit. Thanks, much love.
Woo!
Way to go, Ednil. Woohoo!
I like hearing that people are following Zan's advice. Let's
Ednil.
go.
Yes. Okay,
All right.
so let me see.
Look at that.
What is it still a project for the future? # believe. Oh, okay.
What?
Renee is referring back to your podcast. He said, hold on, wait. Yeah. when we asked earlier, how can you start your podcast, or is it still a project for the future? Hashtag believe. So yeah,
I think the likelihood of a podcast where I actually go. So the something we have a something to prove podcast that I've been doing with Mark for 3 years or so. I've never listened to it. I don't even know what he's doing with it in terms of like putting it up on Spotify and all that stuff. But the likelihood of me ever doing a podcast dropped dramatically with the rise of Clubhouse, because podcasting now is less relevant and will continue to be less relevant.
Joe Mama's in the house. What's up, Joe Mama? Joe Mama in the house. Okay, he says, guess who's back? Say my name, and I want a little shimmy too.
A shimmy? Whoa! The ask is going up every time here.
I know, but you're gonna have to put some. Do we have a cash app yet?
The cash app.
No, there are no.
We're still not verified. No, I mean that's sorry, not that we're verified.
Partnered.
We're not partner program yet.
Making all these demands, ain't dropping nothing in the jar. Come on,
hey, listen,
now.
we'll be able to do that at some point where it could be like, hey, for $5, Zane, we'll
yeah,
dance.
we'll shimmy. If you give me.
Go get a copy built to serve, and Zane will do a shimmy.
There you go. Okay, so let's see. I thought I had somebody else. Okay, Corey says we're down to 52, I think. Yeah, it'll be a while.
There's no way that hit me. What is the range on that thing?
What's
It's
52, Corey?
it's pretty long.
Does 52 got something to do with the game?
52? I don't know what that means.
He said we're down to 52, I think. It'll be a while.
52.
I don't know what 52
Maybe that's
is.
age for the COVID
Corey,
shot?
talk to us, Corey. What's 52?
I'm thinking age for the COVID shot.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
That's
okay.
my
makes
best
sense.
guess.
Good
I know
job,
that we
good job.
talked
Yeah,
about
that's
that a
it.
long time
That's
ago.
it,
I don't know
that's it.
how. That's the
no, I
only
think
age
that's
thing
it.
I think we talked about.
Yeah. Sid says, I watched Gary Vee's video about documentation, documenting your journey on video form and putting it out there on social media.
Okay.
Document, not create. What are your thoughts on it, Evan? What are your thoughts on it, Evan, Drew, whoever?
We did a whole movement makers on it.
Yeah.
That was good. Oh no.
Go to Movement Makers, man.
Nice job, Drew.
Look at the replay. Check
Uh,
out the replay on Movement Makers, Sid.
I think it's a good option, but it's one option. I think that it's not just document versus create. There's a lot of things you could do. You could do interviews, right? You could go interview somebody. What is that? That's not document. That's not create. It's somewhere in the middle. There's lots of different options. It's really what is going to get you out to actually start making stuff. What's going to get you actually out making, like you made a video, right? Sid made a video, a podcast with his friend or something, right? That's the most important thing. So if documenting your journey is the thing that you really like, then do that. For some people, documenting is the worst. They hate it. Great, then don't do that. I mean, the point of what Gary's doing with that is really just to try to lower the bar of you just creating something. And that's what he came up with, of just showing your life instead of having to make perfect videos. But even documenting is just another one option versus many, 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 many different options. What's going to get you creating? Maybe you need somebody else with you. If you going on with your friend, doing it together is how you get in creation mode, great. Do that. Right? Like create consistent, ongoing content. That's the point.
Yo, Mom, I got an idea for you.
Oh.
Okay. You want us to say your name and you want a little shimmy. You're not going to get the shimmy.
Well, he doesn't want us. He wants you.
But you're not going to get the shimmy.
He didn't say Drew shimmy.
Well, but I think, okay, so you're not going to get the shimmy from myself. Maybe Evan, maybe Drew. You get this.
Maybe Drew. He won't see it.
You
We have to take his word for it.
Drew's not going to be here tomorrow or Saturday. I mean,
Saturday.
or Friday. He's not going to be here Thursday or Friday. So you got to wait for Drew to come back on Monday. He might be able to shimmy then. But here's my idea. You want me to say your name? I want you to give me 2 intelligent questions to ask Evan.
Wow.
Then Evan would say your name. We get Evan to say your name. Okay, so we gave you all the freebies early on. He wants to say your name, give us 2 thoughtful, intelligent questions that not just for you, but that could serve the people that we watch the broadcast. And the people that's on the other side. Come on over here, guys. We need more company because Drew gonna be leaving us soon. Come on over here.
Yeah, you won't see Drew until Monday.
I know that's gonna be forever. Yeah, what are we gonna do, man?
Mm.
What are we gonna do?
It'll be me and you. Get your questions in for Drew ASAP.
R said you hashed the podcast I did while on tour in 2019. And Renee said, great data. So YouTube has replaced at some point the podcast platform.
Not replaced. Oh, wait, sorry, YouTube? They said YouTube has replaced the
Yeah.
podcast?
Yeah, YouTube.
No, I don't think so. I don't think YouTube is a big challenge to podcasts. It's just different learning styles. If you like learning through audio, some people do. They go to YouTube for that, and they just don't. Like if you're going for a run or working out or something, maybe you just listen to a YouTube video. But YouTube wins off of visuals. If you upload a audio only video on YouTube, it's not going to do well. So I don't. Podcasting and YouTube can very successfully coexist because they're going after different audiences. Clubhouse, though, is a different story. Clubhouse and podcasting, Clubhouse is going to eat a lot of market share. Oh, Drew's not going to be on our Clubhouse either. Drew.
Oh, that's right. Tomorrow he won't be on Friday. He won't
Friday.
be on.
Wow.
But he can still get on.
Maybe that's true. Oh, good job.
It's a
Drew. Good
different
job.
time. It's a different time. He's in a different time zone. He still can get on.
We're doing a special Movement Makers Clubhouse. We're going to bring everybody up on stage.
At 8 a.m. Pacific. So that means 11. But I think it's going to be 8 o'clock your time too, Drew. 8 in the morning.
Well, Salt Lake City is 2 hours.
2 hours,
difference.
Okay, so what? 9 o'clock. So yeah.
Yeah, it really just depends on like what the agenda on Friday is.
Yeah, don't stress. It's fine. We
stress,
may do another one.
It's not fine. You want Drew on there. Stress.
Drew has to be on stress.
I
Zane's
need
trying to add.
Drew on there. Yeah.
Zane's trying to add more stress to Drew's life. All right. Well,
No, I'm just saying. I need Drew on there.
you need Drew on there. It'll be fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
I feel incomplete without Drew on there.
For a lot of people, it's gonna be their first time, which will be fun.
I'm gonna mention your name no matter what. If they bring me on, I'm gonna say Drew's name. Not Joe Mama, but I'm saying Drew's name.
That's gonna be Zane's contribution. Like, I'm here just to say Drew
I'm
Hitchcock.
saying Drew's name.
Okay, thanks, Zane.
I'm gonna find a way to fit it in.
Wow.
That's what I'm gonna do.
All right, he's doing it. That's the game plan.
Okay.
I may be in trouble.
Here's my big question, Drew. If you want to chime in, you can. But
Okay.
this is directed at Evan. Okay, Evan. So coaching, right?
Who's this by? Who's the question?
It's by me. It's by me.
Oh,
to
it's
you.
a Zane question
It's a Zan question to you.
So Mel, question.
from Zane.
Well, I don't. This one I have to.
By the way, Mel got into a little bit of an accident, so much love to
ruh-roh.
Mel. Hope you're feeling better.
Hard.
We love you, Mel. Please feel better. We're praying for you.
Might be a little slow on the uploads, and that's fine.
Get well soon.
Yeah.
All love to you. All love. Much love and respect to you. And you always do a great job. Okay, so here we go. So Evan,
Mhm.
someone like yourself, you still for this category,
Mhm.
you fall into overachievers. Just let me finish, okay? Then you fall into overachievers, celebrity, personality, super successful individuals, the top 1%. Someone like yourself, directly to you, but this is where a Tony Robbins or Brendan Bouchard we put in the same category. So my question to you is this: why would you need a coach? I know you don't have a coach, but why would you need a coach?
I have
If
lots
you
of
wanted
coaches.
a coach, what would you get a coach for?
I have lots of coaches. You get a coach for the thing that you're not good at, that you know you need help with. So I have a coach for League of Legends.
That is true.
I played with him last night,
Okay, that is true.
and he coaches me on how to get better.
Oh wait, was he watching us?
No,
That is-
he actually had to leave.
Ah.
I mean, that would have been
That would have been epic.
I probably wouldn't have played with you. Actually, maybe not. I may have. I would have asked him. No, his dog had some emergency. Like he had to leave in the middle of it. Like I gotta go. My dog has to go to the vet right now. Like all right, go do your thing, man. Actually, I should follow up with him and ask him how his dog's doing.
Oh, look at that.
Good job, Drew.
Oh. Oh.
So yeah. So whenever I have something that I don't know how to do, I'll look up stuff, and then I'll get. It might be a coach, like a one-on-one coach, or it might just be all of the groups that I'm in, right? The mastermind group.
But that's more mastermind.
Yeah, but that's still.
I'm talking about one-on-one.
But a lot of those people then become coaches for specific things.
Okay,
so like in Eben Pagan's group, we're going through. Everybody now gets to go on the hot seat. So
Okay.
we're doing like funnel breakdowns. Like, okay, bring your marketing funnel, tell us your numbers, tell us what you need help with, and we're gonna all jam with you. So we helped. It's every Tuesday night. So we helped somebody yesterday, and next week will be somebody else, and we all come and contribute. And that's coaching,
Okay.
right?
Yeah. So let me see if I can inject this. So because I've been thinking about this for the last few days. So it's more almost like what I thought it was, or you can confirm or deny. But it's always something specific for a specific time.
As opposed
it's
to
almost
what?
like cherry picking. It's almost like I need this right here. You don't need the whole broad thing. Just like when you look at someone like the Shaq basketball, he would get just a free throw coach. He don't need a coach for defense and these other things, but just to help improve his free throw shooting, something very specific.
Yeah, and also, I mean, the higher up you get at anything, the harder it is to get good coaches because there aren't that many people who know more than you. That becomes a challenge, right? So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Cause that's to say when you get into it, achievers or overachievers, it's just maybe a little small tweak here and there, right?
And there aren't that many people who are better than you. So if I was like, if you were just getting started at League of Legends, like anybody could coach you because you don't even know what the buttons are and the champions and what it all means. So anybody could coach you. But as you get better at it, you realize the people you've quickly passed a lot of the people. If you put any kind of effort into it, you'll quickly pass the people. And so now you need to raise the level of the coaches.
That's why when I see someone like a Serena Williams or someone like that, it's only a handful of coaches can actually coach a person at that level.
Yeah, I mean, how many tennis people would go
well,
up
like
to
Tony
Serena?
Robbins, he's not a tennis guy, but he's a mindset guy.
Well, sure, but how even in tennis, how many tennis people could feel like, oh, I could help Serena? Yeah,
Right.
I mean, come on, look, they watch on TV. It's like, look at her backswing. Come on, look at how there's holes in her mechanics. I can help with that.
Right.
But then Serena's gonna talk to the guy and be like, come on, nowhere close, man. Right? Because she doesn't respect him because she's done way more and doesn't respect the information. And there's a lot of people who will constantly reach out and say, hey man, let me help you with your YouTube strategies. Like, okay, did you even like look up anything about what I'm doing? Right.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Anything you want to add, Drew? Since I'm not gonna be I won't be able to talk to you for like a week.
Well, I mean, like we kind of already had this conversation.
Right,
so
right.
I
But that's what I want to ask on different angles, different perspectives. I love different perspectives.
I think it also depends on how much you love the accountability to doing it. So some people, that's really their learning style. Like they won't do something until they're accountable to somebody else. And that's the only thing so the coaching becomes not even just about the information, but like, oh my God, I don't want to let this person down.
Right.
So I'm going to go and do it. Like I'm pretty coachable in that if I bought in, I'll just do it. Like I was just having this conversation with Mark. Mark is kind of the same way where he's doing his challenge, right? His 90 days, whatever, chunk to hunk. Right. So on his meal plans, his nutritionist at first gave him meal plans where it was a little fewer calories than what they actually wanted him to be on, because they just assume people will cheat.
Right.
They just say, okay, you know what? If you say a cherry tomato, it's going to be a cherry tomato. You know, if you say X, it's going to be X. And so, you know, for potato, for example, if it says one potato,
That's smart, though. That's smart.
not necessarily. That's poor coaching. Like,
Okay.
you need to wear their skin and know who you're dealing with. Because when they say one potato, Mark goes to the potato bag and pulls out the smallest potato in the bag.
Right.
And they're assuming you're going to pick out the largest potato in the bag. So they've accounted for that, right? So Mark is less about the personal accountability to somebody else and more like, okay, you tell me what to do, I'm going to do it.
Right.
So it's smart if you know your clients. Like that's a bad coach. That's somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, right? If they treat an individual like the group, you're a bad coach.
Right. You need to customize and personalize. Okay.
Yeah. So you got to know Mark. You got to know Mark Mark is a crazy overachiever. So another one for Mark is he was assuming he was going to eat broccoli and chicken like every day. Boring, steamed broccoli, chicken every day, like the same thing every day. And they gave him all sorts of different things to try and a
Chicken hearts.
new recipe every week and all of this stuff. And he prefers to just eat the same thing every day. He's like,
Right.
it's actually, I don't want to spend a lot of time doing meal prep. Just give me the same thing every day. It's like, but that's not what people want. Like, that's what I want.
Right.
That's what I want. I don't care what other people want. I don't care if other people get bored. I'm telling you, it's easier for me to stick to this if I just can eat the same thing every day.
Right.
So this is where people design coaching programs for the masses. What the heck was that? It sounds like you're constipated or something, Drew.
No, Pike. Pike
Oh.
stole the dragon.
Now, finish this.
was sold too.
People design coaching programs. What?
People design coaching programs for the masses.
Right.
And when you don't customize it for the person, when you don't wear their skin, you don't know who they are and what makes them tick, and you assume that they're like you lose.
Right. Makes total sense. Yeah.
And it's just the same
what you're
as
saying is so,
it's
yeah,
just
what
the
you're saying
same
is
as
so,
if there'd be a lot of people who would die if they're having the same food every day.
right.
So don't give me that. Like if I'm on a plan, I'm sticking to the plan. I'm sticking to the plan. I'm doing the plan. The plan's happening. Give me the plan that I actually need, and that's what I'm going to do. Don't assume that I'm going to. If I buy into the plan, the plan's happening. That is what will happen. Because my identity in following through is tied up into the plan because I said I was going to do it. Forget about if I said it to you or anybody else. The fact that I said that I was going to do it means I have to go off and do it.
Right. Right. Honor
So
your
I don't
word.
need an accountability buddy
It's not honor your word. Right.
because I am my own accountability. So I need that. It's why I don't value community enough. Right? It's a hole in my thinking. As it's a evolution of me as a coach too, is recognizing the importance of community.
Because community is I don't want to curse, but community is the SHI. You know what? It's the thing, man. Community is huge.
And we've made, that's why within Movie Makers especially, we've made it more community focused, where the
Yeah, and it's more connected. People
challenges.
they feel so connected.
Yeah,
I can guarantee you that I think Tess and Yuko do like a self-care thing. I guarantee you one of them, like, I don't feel like, but Yuko's gonna be, I gotta be there, or Tess is gonna be there. Just that alone makes you show up and show up as your best.
If you look at Brandlytics, it's a totally different vibe. You know, the last two times ago, I think, or maybe it was 3 times ago. It's not right or wrong. It's just a different. I'm actually way more comfortable in that vibe. It's okay, guys. So we spent half the time reviewing somebody's YouTube channel, which is fine, and then we had half the time, which is supposed to be dedicated to helping the group. And so I said, okay, we got 2 options. We can do
Breakout
rooms, like we do in Movie Makers, or we could just do Q&A for the next 45 minutes. Everybody wanted to do Q&A. Everybody. He's like, who wants to do breakout rooms? Crickets. Nobody wanted to do breakout rooms. Like, all right, cool with me. Let's go. I'm building up for what you guys want. So that was the game plan then. We just did Q&A, and it was great. But it's a different vibe too, more than like community. Movie Makers is designed to be a community. Right.
Yeah, I love the community, man. But but you got, like you said, weather scan. You got to know who you're dealing with. I remember when I used to work at Disney, I was in the band, and I used to get so many compliments on how I can get the band members to show up on time. Because if you guys don't know, and I'm not saying anything that's derogatory here, but entertainers, especially musicians, actors too, they're notoriously late for where they gotta go.
What? No. You've got this all wrong. All wrong.
What?
No.
Are you talking to the game or are you talking to Zan?
Band people are not late.
Okay.
Dude,
Drew got very tilted by this.
No. You have to understand.
Drew hasn't said anything this whole stream, and now he's freaking out about this.
Let him go.
Okay, let's go, Drew. What do you got?
Go.
Okay, so you have to understand, in marching band, so we had a motto in marching band. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're dead. You are not late to marching band, period. So to say that all musicians are tardy. No.
Zan just doesn't feel that marching bands count as musicians. That's what he's saying.
Whatever.
No, I'm speaking in general. That's why I add the word entertainers and actors.
Not marching band, Jew. It's what he's saying. He's throwing big shade.
Is marching band not entertaining? Is
no,
that what I'm hearing?
not to Zan.
Hold on for a minute, Drew. In all due respect, when you are in a marching band, there's structure and there's people that answer to. When you are in the world, and you like, I'm hanging out with Run DMC, all these different people. They show up when they want to show up.
Oof.
And there's no one telling them, hey, man, we need to get here. These guys are making buku money. The fans are waiting on them. I've been in many, many situations that way. I've been in many, many situations where even actors, they get to the set when they get to the set. Okay. They get to the dressing room, they get to the people are actually waiting for them to show up so they can put the makeup and all the stuff on them. So in a marching band situation, it's more discipline, there's more structure. They're younger, so they have people that they have to answer to.
Oof.
Out here in the real world.
Wow, marching band is not the listen. I just want to say
Evan's trying to kick us some dust.
Evan Carmichael believes in marching bands and the value of marching bands.
But you guys get my point.
And that you are entertainers.
You guys get my point. Entertainers are notoriously late. Notoriously. Okay, so one of the things I'm gonna make my points and get back to the comments. But the point I'm making here is one reason how I got the band members to show up, like what Evan said, you got to know who you're dealing with. And there's certain, if we had to be on set at 5 o'clock, we need everybody in their positions by 4:30. I knew who would show up at 4:15, 4:20, and I know who would show up. And we're waiting for those two people to show up. I would tell them, we need to be here at 4 o'clock, not 4:30. I tell them 4 o'clock, they show up at 4:15, so now they're on time. Because that's how they are. And I always got people to show up on time and got the band so we can hit the stage at the right time, the whole 9 yards. And they couldn't understand, how does Zan do this? Because I knew each one individually, I knew what to tell them. And if they acted up, there was consequences. So they knew I would enforce the rules that has already set. Anyways, that's what I'm saying. So marching bands, I didn't include them in that situation. Marching bands are a different caliber. You're right, Drew. They always show up on time. Okay?
And they're entertainers, marching bands.
And they're wonderful entertainers.
All right, there we go. Okay, good.
There we go. And Posh had a point of view about what you were saying about community earlier. She says, I think community is amazing, but I also feel that if you always need accountability, you really don't want the thing. Okay. And
yeah, but you know what? There's levels to it, right? Like we like to say, there's levels to all this stuff.
Yeah.
You're right. But so at what level do you really want it? like 95%, you really want it, okay. But what if you're at 70%?
Mm-hmm.
Do you then not want it? You just don't want it as much, but the accountability is the thing that can help you get over the hump,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there's just levels to it. I think that's
it.
when people judge themselves too harshly. It's like, well, if I need it, I need accountability, so that means I don't want it enough. I think that can easily get to a place of just people self-criticizing themselves too much, where maybe you just need a little bit of support. And there's nothing wrong with needing some support every now and then.
I think accountability is wonderful. Anyway, she says, I was in a marching band, but that's not a rock band, LOL. Thank you, Posh. She gets it. Because I know, and we don't want to spill the beans or spill the tea and tell all the secrets, but we do know people happen to do extra entertainment activities while they can't show up. And if you're the manager, or if you're the main person to put people together, sometimes you got to knock the bottle out their hand. Like, let's go, man. What are you doing? We got a show to go do.
I'm just saying, I believe that marching band members are entertainers.
Yes, and they're more disciplined, and they're more structured, and they know how to show up on time.
The opinions on this show do not reflect those of the what's the warning people give?
I hope they're not talking about me. Well,
yeah, with your marching band hates,
they're always talking about me. Listen, here's my PSA. Marching bands are wonderful. They are entertainers. What I was trying to say in general, specifically, marching bands are wonderful. They're not like some of the rock bands and the other entertainers that I'm talking about who's out of control. That's what I was talking about. General entertainers, not marching bands. Just didn't cross my mind.
How do you feel? How do you feel, Drew? Is that you justified now? You happy with that?
I don't know, man.
No.
Drew was Steve for that. He like marching bands. I'm like, Drew, I wasn't talking about marching bands.
You said entertainers, and Drew was not happy that you basically discounted marching band from entertainers.
Even, yeah, but comedians. How about comedians? They don't hit the stage on time. That's got nothing to do with marching band. I know plenty of comedians. They don't even show up on time.
All right.
Dancers. I can go on and on and on. There's all different types of entertainers. I knew guys who were clowns that wouldn't show up. The kids are waiting for you. Come on, guy. I have to go backstage and grab him. I'm like, the kids are waiting. Anyways, so here we go. Zane, did you watch The Falcon and Winter Soldier yet? Hashtag Team Cap. Yes, Sid. And look, did you see? I didn't want to spoil it for Evan because I know he was going to be watching it.
We're caught up. There's 4 episodes deep. We watched all 4.
Yeah, but for the first time, there was blood on the shield. We've never seen that before.
Oh, I see. Where the new Cap used the...
He lost it. See, the thing that people don't understand is that you're Captain America. The bar is way up here for you. Even though it was justified, and they murdered his brother, basically. He lost it. And as Captain America, you can't lose it. You still have to, but blood for the first time, blood on the shield. Yeah, I'm watching this scene. I love it. I love that episode. I love it. Yes, I watch it religiously. I think there's 2 more episodes. So yeah, and I'll probably watch it again. Okay, so I'm all over the place. Let me catch up, guys, real quick. Pa says I don't have a clubhouse yet. No iPhone. Okay, make that happen. Okay, at some point, your coach keeps you grounded, Evan. Okay, so you're talking about the coaches, which Evan said yes. Alex Facey is in the house. Evan, I have a T-shirt.
Wait, what? Who?
Alex Facey.
Alex.
Alex Facey. Facey.
All right, welcome, Alex.
Evan, I have a T-shirt I want to send you, please. I sent you a picture on Instagram. Okay, you check that out one day. Okay. Pa says, no, we said that. Gotcha. Pinocchio is in the house. Thank you, Gotcha, for being here. We appreciate it. And then Sid says, makes sense. Furthermore, where do you draw the line between being authentic and vulnerable online and not revealing too much of yourself on social media? Good question.
For me, I'm okay as long as it's just about me. So I re-recorded a video today that I make a training video for anybody who I'm going to be doing an interview with. So I'm going to be on your show. I made a 9-minute training video today, which was hey, thank you so much for having me on your show. Super excited to be here. Here's how we can make the best interview happen. Because my goal is we're here for a limited amount of time. Because every show is super tight on my Thursday schedule. I want to make it count. Here's how we can make it count. And one of them is talking about questions. Like what questions can I ask? What questions are off limits? And like I'm good with anything. I actually prefer the questions that we can go deeper. I prefer the question instead of you just telling me or asking me, hey, what would you tell your 18-year-old self? Or the same questions that I've been asked, a million times. I prefer the questions where we go deeper, where we talk about the failures and the how things aren't perfect, and people don't often dive into those things enough. So I prefer those. The only thing is, I don't, if it's about my family or I have to throw, Zan under the bus, like tell me the worst thing about Zan Demand. I'm not answering that question.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Like it just doesn't serve what I'm trying to do.
And it will be a short answer because there ain't that many things bad about me at all.
But I mean, there's only, exactly. If I'm going to say something bad about Zan Demand, I'm telling it to his face, not on some podcast behind his back.
And he's got to break his brain to try to figure that one out. Okay, let me stop. Oh, that's funny. That's a good one, Zan. Okay.
So you get to pick, but I think the more that you share your story, the more people actually connect to you. The more people know what you're going through, the more they're going to listen to you. The more your message lands. That's why you spend a whole section in Built to Serve talking about your story and why it's important to share it. Because as long as you're embarrassed, if you think your purpose, right? Your purpose comes from your pain. You want to help people who currently are who you used to be, all that stuff. That's your purpose. You need to be able to connect with people for them to listen to you. Otherwise, they feel like this person doesn't understand me. So I have to know your story. I have to know your story. And by you courageously sharing your story, it makes it okay. Without whatever you went through, somebody else who's struggling with it right now, they're not alone. It's okay. And that's really important. But I would just say, respecting other people. So my parents are very private people. I don't share a lot about them. Nina, I'll share more on because she's become a lot more comfortable and confident in kind of the stories that we talk about. So I think that's the thing. So go to my Instagram and you don't see anything about my parents. I'm how public am I? How much content am I sharing? 10,000. Go watch all 10,000 videos on my channels, and see how many times I show a picture of my parents or show my parents at all. Right?
Right.
You get to pick.
Yep, I agree with Evan 100%. I mean, I'm me personally, I'm still reluctant to share too much about myself or even a little bit about myself. I do it if it's appropriate and relevant, or if I end up talking too much. Then it's like, okay, too much information. But I really respect and value privacy, and especially the people I know. For me, it's a respect thing to share things about people that have shared with me, sometimes things in confidentiality, and I just share with someone else. I've been that way since I was a teenager. People would tell me stuff in high school I wouldn't even share with other people, and then they notice, oh, Zan can be trusted, and they would start sharing more stuff with me. And I would even there was one time sisters would share. One sister would share something with me, and the other sister never even knew. And they lived in the same household. But I just believe in confidentiality. If someone shares something with me, they share it with me. They want the whole world to know, they would tell the whole world.
And everybody's got their own weird thing. Like Zan is mortified of eating on camera, right? Like that's a
mortified.
Probably
mortified.
that's probably the word I'd use.
The word that he would use. All right, we lost, guys. We lost.
Oh my
Sadness.
Lord.
Zan doesn't like eating on stream, so that's a thing for him. Awesome. It's good to know. Zan's wife doesn't like being on camera. Like the first time I saw her was when we did a private Zoom, just me and Zan, and she came in to say hi, and she's, wonderful, amazing, but doesn't like to be on camera. So fine, right? What do we give Drew? I think Drew did well that game. Let's go great shot calling. Although he did take my cannon minion, so I'm a little upset about that. But he went 12, 6, and 10, so that's something.
Even Pa, she joins. She's like, I believe in privacy for those around me, but personally, an open book.
Yeah, just
I
being
understand Fight
careful
Guys
about other people.
shout out. So it's just about, you know. So
All right.
Drew is going to be leaving us. Man, Drew, I didn't even know you're not going to be here Friday, Thursday and Friday. I didn't even know that, man.
I told everybody on Monday.
I did hear that. I did hear that.
I didn't hear it either, man.
I did hear that. All right.
Are you? Yeah.
Well, safe travels, Drew. We'll miss you
Yes,
in Movie Makers. Zen
safe
might tell
travel.
you the secret Nina joke that comes up.
And you can always fly back on your way back. You can stop in Vegas on your way back if you want.
But if I did that, I would have to see you and Ed.
And it's not on the way either. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's a direct flight.
Vegas is not on the way between
I'm
Cincinnati
thinking
and
other way.
Utah.
I'd have to double back.
And Vegas
Yeah.
isn't even the top. Like, if you said Reno or something, at least you're close. But Vegas, nope. All right. Well, thank you guys. Back on Monday. No,
Thanks,
we're back
Corey.
on. We're back on.
We're
Zan
back,
and I are on.
We're back tomorrow, right?
Zan and I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, I think. Hold on, actually, let me double check that. I've got Genius, but we're usually done by then. Yes, Zan and I are on tomorrow at 6, and Drew is back on Monday. Thank you guys for the love. Continue to believe, and we'll see you then.